everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install an aftermarket EGT gauge kit, something that you can buy from Amazon for about $50 or $60. I'm going to show you how to install into your truck. Now, you're going to need one of these when you try to add a turbo to your diesel engine or even a gas engine. But especially diesel engines, you really need to have the readings of your EGT. That's the exhaust gas temperature, because you really don't want to blow up your engine, and there's a temperature range that it needs to stay in with the level of boost that you're adding to it. I'm going to walk through the temperature setting and all that stuff, but for now, let's just install the kit that I just bought from Amazon for maybe like $55, something like that. Super cheap, but it's really helpful. Now, in this application that you see back here, it actually was a Humvee. I custom built the entire truck into something that I really want the Humvee to look like. So anyway, the 6.2 diesel does not have a turbo. I added a turbo, and I cranked the boost up to about 10 pounds or so. And from what I'm reading, that's all that you can throw at these older Detroit diesel. But the key thing is, I really need to know what the EGT temperature is, because even with 10 pounds of boost, it could get up to over 1800 degrees, and it could ruin your engine in the long run. So I'll go over the procedure and how to install this kit. It should be very straightforward. So this is the gauge kit that I purchased from Amazon. I'm going to add a link to the description section so you can go get this, or you can pick some of the other manufacturers as well. They pretty much do the same thing. Now, this kit is really simple. I unpacked it, so it has the gauge, and in the back of the gauge, it's got this electrical connector that you're going to connect to, and then you're just going to mount this either into this provided bracket, or you can just drill your own hole and do this. In my application, I already have a hole in place for this gauge, so it's going to be straightforward for me. And then in the back of it, it's got this little bracket here that you just mount it to the back of the hole, or to whatever bracket that you're using. Now, as far as electrical connection, it's really simple. Now, so there's two wires. So this one wire that you see here, this side of it attached to the gauge. That's it. So it's plug and play. You plug this right in, and then on the other side, it has two things. It's got a positive and negative. So you're gonna hook this up to your 12 volts system. And I believe they don't want the constant power on here. They want the ignition. So make sure you hook it up to the ignition, so it's only turned on when your truck is on. And then this side right here will be connected to the sensor. It's that simple. So this right here, hook up to this, and this is the sensor that ends up in your exhaust manifold. So now, biggest thing is you're gonna have to drill a hole and tap your exhaust manifold. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now you're gonna need one of these 1/8" NPT tap. So you're gonna drill the hole first and then tap with it, and then you're gonna just install this in, and that should be it. The kit is like super simple. It can't get any more simple than that. Now, just the biggest thing is how to properly drill the hole, not having the cuttings drop inside your manifold, and then it goes through your turbo and it causes all kinds of problems. So let's go ahead and find a place to drill that hole, and then I'll show you how to get those chips out and not damaging your engine. All right, so I'm looking at the turbo up there. The manifold is down here, and the best place to put your turbo sensor is as close to the exhaust gas as possible. So Now the best place to drill would be, let me see if I can get some light into here. The best place is to put it right here and to drill from the top. And the reason I say that is that when you drill a hole, there's quite a few chips that's gonna go inside. So I wanted to fall down and land it somewhere here by gravity, so I can come in with a magnet and then I can extract all the chips that are in here. Now if you try to drill somewhere here this way, and then the chips fall down to all the way here, and then you can't really get it. So just make sure, pick a place you can drill from the top, and it get collected down the bottom there, so you can stick a magnet in and get all the chips out. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill a hole here, tap it, and then put the thermal sensor, the thermocouple into here. So after you drill and tap the hole, you're gonna have to come in and pick up all the chips that fell inside, and just go get yourself one of these small size magnetic pickup tool and come in there and get whatever it is in there. It's supposed to land on the bottom, so you can see like a bunch of metal shavings. So I'm just gonna keep, clean it up and then get some more out until it's all clean. Okay, so first I'm gonna get the 1/8 inch NPT on here and torque it up. This takes a 12mm wrench. Yeah, so it's like this with a little piece that goes on top. And that's to form a seal. So when you flip it upside down, just make sure it goes in there and not falling off. Just like that. Fittings go. This compression fitting goes in there first, and then you come down and tighten it. This also take a 12mm wrench to tighten it. All right, so I'm gonna route this. Probably have it out here around this way. All right. Make sure the lines are not in contact with exhaust, hot exhaust parts. Don't over tighten this connection either, guys. Just enough to make it a seal. All right, I think that's good enough. So now I'm gonna route this all the way up to my control panel. All right, it's a little tight in here, but I'll try to show you as much as I can. So this is my dashboard right here, and I already pre-drilled this hole because I knew I was going to put this gauge in later on. So I had it installed. And you look back here, you see that I put those 2 bolts on. And then this connection right here, it's just positive and negative, and I hooked it up to the ignition. So that's all done. And then let me see where the other thing is. So this right here, this is the connection to the back of the gauge. So I'm just gonna reach in there, plug this to the back of the gauge, and then I'm pretty much done on the inside. And I'm just gonna have to go outside and hook up the other wire, and then I'll be done. So here's a look inside the engine bay. You can see that this wire came out from the gauge, and it just plug and play. There's a connector here. You just plug it to the sensor or the thermal sensor. So now this kind of just loop around because the manifold, the exhaust manifold is under there. It's on the other side. So I just kind of loop it around, make sure it's away from all the hot engine parts. So at this point, I'm done. I'm just gonna close the hood and do some testing, see if it works. All right, I'm gonna start it up and see if everything's working. Let's see, measuring 30 something degrees Fahrenheit. It's actually around 60 degrees outside, so, but it's not going to be that accurate because this is a very high temp thermocouple. So down in this scale, I don't think it's that accurate. Anyway, so let me see if I can just start the truck and see what's happening here. Alright, so it's slowly warming up. I guess it's going to take a while to warm up the temperature. So I continue to drive for another half an hour or so. I just want to make sure that I get the highest temperature that's on there. And I was driving around maybe 60, 65 miles an hour. That's the most that this Humvee can do. So, and I was throwing around 8 to 10 pounds of boost at it. And the temperatures never got over 800 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's a really good temperature. Now when I'm towing something, it probably gets up to around 1,000, and that should be acceptable. Now, what really not acceptable is when you get over 1,250 degrees Fahrenheit, and then your engine is going to be very unreliable. Something's going to get messed up. Now, when it gets to around 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, that's when your piston is going to melt. So never get it up that high. So when you want to throw more boost at your engine, just make sure you look at the EGT temperature. Make sure that's safe. That's it, guys. For $55 or so, you get a peace of mind that your engine is running properly. Now, you guys interested on this truck right here? I have a whole build series on it. Just go to my channel and check it out. I'm going to attach a link to the build series at the end of this video, just so you can click on it and check out the project. I appreciate you guys tuning in to KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.